corner flag. But he clearly pointed to the spot.
There's two areas, two grey areas there. First of all, the handball by Felipe off the Duval cross. And as Hines comes across, he did say to the referee it was his face. Quite clearly has come across with his hands up and blocked the ball.
But we don't have more of that to come. We don't have additional assistance. So I wonder what caused him to change his mind. His assistant over on the far side's on the wrong side of the field. Whether the referee is, as referees do, taking a snapshot almost of it, and then sort of run the picture through a second time and decided he was wrong. Thing is, he was right. The first call was the correct one.
Quite clearly, see Seb Hines trying to say that it was his face to the referee, which is slightly disingenuous, but understandable.
Here's the incident again. Was there an offside initially? The flag doesn't go up. The hands raised. Or does it hit him in the face? That's not really the point. The point is, having given the penalty, I don't understand what caused him to change his mind. But anyway, we soldier on. Foul by Breck Shea.
And normally in that instance you'd see a referee perhaps have a chat to his assistant referee, or, as you say, Dave, if someone was behind the goal, use it to come to some form of kind of democratic reasoning of why you change your mind. It's almost like he made the decision, had to think about it, has changed his own mind and switched over the decision.
Poor free kick in towards that near post. It's retrieved by Grella. Now Davis. Now Felipe. I thought he had his heels clipped there and was going to go over as he charged into the area. That would have been an interesting decision to have to make. And here's Rivas trying to set things going the other way.
An innocence here, Rivas at the end. Does so well to get up the pitch. First real time we've seen him stretch his legs, try and get beyond the Rebels' back line. Needless foul though at the end.
Well, feigning innocence worked for his teammate at the other end. Forward by McCarthy. Here's Collin. Now Laid. Nice turn from McCarthy. Didn't get a call, so all really that Alston could do was put it behind. For that touch on, that was much more dangerous, and it's driven into the top corner. Bendik is furious. Terrific finish, and 8 minutes before half-time, the New York Red Bulls have the lead. Lovely hit from Connor Lade. And having been denied a penalty, the home side in front.
You see why Joe Bendick's absolutely furious. We've got a couple of chances here. There's two players that stand back. It's only Connor Lade that takes complete control of the situation. It's a robust enough foot through it that sends it into the top corner of the Orlando City goal.
Well, it would be hard for even the most fervent Orlando fan to argue the Red Bulls don't deserve it. It hasn't been a classic so far, but if anyone's been trying to make the game, it's been them. They've been the aggressors.
Absolutely, they've been really trying to stamp their authority on the game and try and carve open Orlando City. Now, ironically, it's come from a fullback to get them ahead, but just taking control of the situation, preempted where it's going to be, predicted where the ball's going to bounce, and just taking a chance.
Well, still wondering what the left back was doing there, but it was a good enough finish.
Yeah, that was the point that Joe Bendick was making. Not only the left back that's hit it, but the fact that there was two Orlando City players dithering, if you like, anywhere near the ball. Looks nice if you play out from the back. It looks even better when it's 75 yards away from your goal.
Shea went tumbling. So too did Zubar, who was caught there as he came in. Just below the knee. Having already lost Gideon Barr, they don't want to lose another centre-half. Yeah, it looks like it might have been an impact one and he's going to be okay, but when he went down, it looked pretty serious.
He's a tough competitor, Ronald Zubar. It's Higuita that goes flying in. No stranger to a yellow card this season. Christian Higuita.
Yeah. To coin a phrase, he likes a challenge. Third time they've met this season. The 3-2 here and a 1-1 in Orlando at the start of May. And the Red Bulls with the advantage here, hoping to end this 4-game run without a win. Move themselves up that Eastern Conference as Lade, the goal scorer, plays it in. It's behind for a corner. Can they defend this one a bit better? In from Davis. Goalkeeper stayed on his line, and chance for Collin, with which he might have done considerably better.
Just so much better reacting to the second ball. The Red Bulls over Orlando City. Very good impressions of statues within their box. Nobody really taking charge of the situation.
And Molino, the man down. Maybe a bit of rethinking to do for Bobby Murphy, because he's complaining there was a little bit of afters there, and there was certainly contact. But they've set out to be defensive here, David, and that's the problem, isn't it? When you then go a goal down, suddenly it puts you under pressure.
It just asks different questions of the players that are on the pitch. When it is a team that's been struggling with confidence and really taking the game to other teams, then once they do go down, it's how quickly or how effectively can they get back into the game.
Well, there have been a couple of interviews with Bobby Murphy this week, and one thing that's always characterised him in his career is the ability to really fight and deal with adversity. Well, he's going to have to do it now. Rivas offside. sure we'll see Larin at some point, possibly alongside Rivas if he's feeling inventive and aggressive.
Might as well, Bobby Murphy. There's question marks over Kyle Larin's stamina and his fitness across the course of 90 minutes, but throwing him on at half-time for 45 minutes of everything that he's got, really on a losing one there.
Here's Lade. Now Harrison Heath is down with injury, and not sure Orlando have realised. Here's Molino.
Sean Davis wasn't a very robust challenge.
Just it can sometimes be the angle of the challenge and the way you fall, can't it? Right ankle, maybe?
Looks like a couple of things. I thought my initial reaction was he's holding his knee, but from that, the impact looks like a twist of the ankle.
As David hinted at earlier, he's a pretty sturdy individual, Harrison Heath, like his dad was as a player, and he doesn't go down lightly. Looks like the right knee after all. Sean Davis, a player who came from the youth system at the Red Bulls, as did Connor Lade. They do give young players their chance. Muil, the latest. Orlando's 20-year-old limping off, which is all pretty worrying for him. Whether they decide to change it now or give him half time to recover, we'll see. Another problem for Bobby Murphy to deal with.
So unfortunate, because it is a strong tackle by Sean Davis. Nothing malicious in it at all, but just the angle at which he does catch Harrison Heath and the angle that he goes over on his knee.
So 3 minutes to be added on here. Question is whether or not he can run it off. Time can be a healer with those kind of knocks. We'll see. There's Molino, but no way through. Good challenge by Nocerino. And it sets Orlando forward. Molino with a chance. Rolls it for Shea. Still had Rivas there, and what a waste that is. The Red Bulls were caught cold. And Orlando might have done a lot better there.
Seemed like it was an attempt that Breckshay was trying to get it onto his left foot. There's no real disguising that. He was always going to try and work it back towards his favoured foot.
Well, it's moments like that where you miss Kaká or you miss Kyle Larin. Not much subtlety about that from Orlando, but it was good play initially. Started by Nocerino winning it. Now Duval. In towards Bradley, right Phillips. Now he goes down. And he's given a free kick to Orlando. It's going to be a yellow card for simulation against Alex Muil. Big call from Sorin Stojka.
A real debate here from Muil. See what he's trying to do. He sticks the leg out, leaves it out to try and invite the contact from behind. The tiniest the gaps that he's trying to get through. There's enough bodies in there to make it look penalty-like, but a very good call from the referee.
Yeah, Jesse Marsh is fuming on the touchline, but when he sees the replay, he'll have a word with his young player, I'm sure. So two interesting penalty calls for Sorin Stoica. I think one he's got wrong and the other he's most certainly got right. Duval in towards Bradley, right Phillips again, great defending Hines. And what a game Duval is starting to have down that right-hand side.
He's really forcing the issue. Nice little touch by Bradley Wright Phillips, little dart to the front post, little point exactly where he wants the ball from Duval.
It was a game that needed a goal, and eventually it got one from Connor Lade. Really good drive into the top corner. That came after the Red Bulls were given a penalty and then had it taken away. Harrison Heath will wait and see if he can continue into the second half. Half-time here. New York Red Bulls 1, Orlando City 0. Well, they keep looking at Harrison Heath. To me, that looks like he's not going to be able to carry on, but we shall see. Orlando needs something in the second half here.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Show me the money! I need to feel you, Jerry! Show me the money! Jerry, you better yell! Show me the money! Show me the money!
This is Liz. Earlier, she was aimlessly spinning on her chair. But right now, she's in Sky Vegas, playing with the £10 free bonus she got for joining. Spinning for her chance to win on her favorite slots, with over 6 million winning spins every day in the last month. Why aren't you in Sky Vegas? Download the app and play your £10 free bonus today. When the fun stops, stop.
In my hand are all the tools I will ever need to bet in play. I have the ability, the power to turn an ordinary game into an extraordinary game. I am a member of the world's favourite online sports betting company, and I gamble responsibly at Bet365.
The Beam family has a long history of doing things their own way. Age every drop of Jim Beam twice as long as the law requires. So, 4 long years from now, I'll be back for this one. Jim Beam, make history. Try new Jim Beam Apple Tonic to make a refreshing apple splash.
Well, there's no argument. You can either keep dreaming or get booking. Start with a room close to the action. Closer. Oh, that's close. Book a place where you can stretch, sweat, and sing. Whoever you are, whatever you're into, it all starts here. Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
Your face takes a beating from a lot of things. Your razor shouldn't be one of them. The Gillette Pro Shield has lubrication strips before and after the blades. Helps shield from irritation in a close, comfortable shave. Gillette.
Say goodbye to long contracts and come join us. GiftGaff, the mobile network run by you.
Round like a circle and a spiral, like a wheel within a wheel, never ending or beginning, on an ever spinning wheel, like the circles that you find in the windows of your mind.
Today we're observing 2 music fans. One has his favorite album. Hairy Dog has his favorite tunes on Deezer Flow. Who's most entertained? Oh, the ultimate compliment. Download DZAP for free.
Hey, Holly.
Only 2 minutes to give my hair more power.
Alpecin Caffeine Shampoo, Germany's #1 shampoo for men and sponsor of Team Giant Alpecin. German engineering for your hair.
At PokerStars, we're now giving all new players £10 of free play. No deposit needed. Welcome to PokerStars, the world's largest poker site.
The smallest bar in Amsterdam is run by my husband Jaap. It seats 6 people. But at home, he has over 400 chairs. Chairs with 3 legs, chairs with no legs. I have to shower with chairs and even give up my wardrobe to chairs. But it's worth it. Because every few years, our little bar becomes Amsterdam's biggest.
Sponsored by Bet365.
So New York Red Bulls lead Orlando City SC by 1-0 at halftime at Red Bull Arena. Connor Lade with it 8 minutes before halftime. And we're going to take a look back at some of the highlights of the first half, including that curious penalty incident when Sorin Stoiker changed his mind. Well, right from the start, Grella curling in the cross. This was Duval's hit and a good save by Bendik. Touch there from Bradley Wright Phillips, nearly turned into an assist. And at the other end, Ribas starting ahead of Larin, just denied by a good challenge from McCarthy. And then this ball swung in, and Grella not able to get on the end of it. Holland then showed what a good defender he is against Ribas. It was a pretty uninspiring and incident-free game. Then Red Bulls just started to exert a bit more pressure. Hines heading behind. Bradley Wright Phillips struggling really to influence things. And then this incident, Grella with the drive. The referee initially gave a penalty and then changed his mind. Take a look at the contact here. Hines with the hands up. And then from the subsequent corner there was confusion. And in the end, Connor Lade able to volley home. Really good finish. And the Red Bulls in front. Decent response from Orlando. Greg Shea's effort, though, was charged down fairly comfortably in the end. And if anything, the Red Bulls looked the likelier side to get another. That was Wheel going over, and the referee quite rightly booking him for a dive. So Lade, the goal scorer. Luis Robles managing to keep his clean sheet. And the half-time statistics look like this. 6 attempts to 2 for the Red Bulls, only 2 on target, nothing on target from Orlando. A couple of corners in the game and 67% possession for New York Red Bulls in that first half. Recent events have shown us that possession isn't key quite often in football, but I think it has been here. And unless Orlando and Bobby Murphy can change things round, you can only see the Red Bulls moving further in front here. So that's the half-time story. Will Murphy be forced into a change, and will he make one anyway? We'll find out relatively soon. Connor Lade, the goal scorer, 8 minutes before half-time. And at half-time, Red Bulls lead by 1-0.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Quick, the summer sale will soon be over at Curry's PC World. This 55-inch Smart Sony TV is an incredible $599. Or upgrade to the 4K ready model for only $200 more. Save up to 20% on Canon cameras. This 1300D twin lens kit is Wi-Fi enabled and only $349. Save up to £250 and get free delivery on American-style fridge freezers. Like these Samsungs at $679. Clean up with huge savings on these Bosch Athlete cordless vacuum cleaners. This silver Athlete is now only $159. At Curry's PC World, we start with you.
Jacket. With 50 free spins to get you rolling, there's only one mobile casino that gives you that real Vegas feeling. Leo Vegas.
Gone to Vegas. Leave a message.
Join today and go to Vegas whenever you like. Leo Vegas, king of mobile casino.
Usain Bolt broke the 100-meter world record in 9.58 seconds. Do you know what 9.58 seconds feels like? It feels like this. Like your whole life passing under your feet. Like the overwhelming rush of hurt was worth it. It feels beautiful. Like pure joy. Like everything in your whole life suddenly making sense. This is what it feels like to be the fastest.
Wellman, the UK's #1 vitamins for men from Vitabiotics.
There's this kid. They say he's too tall to be a sprinter, but he runs. They say he party too much, but while they're talking, he's running. Come last in his first big race, but he keeps on running. Running till he breaks the world record. And I'm not done yet. I don't think limits. Neither should you.
Enator Performance in Souls, exclusive to Superdrug.
This is a bottle of Stella Artois Cidre. This is a prize-winning cap. And this is the prize. Fiji! Ha! Fantastic! A prize you can win by opening seed, but not cider.
All you got to do now
Bet365.
So 1-0 to the Red Bulls at half-time. Change for Orlando. As we suspected, Harrison Heath not able to continue. Darwin Seren replacing him. So at least experience into that midfield. Unlikely goal scorer in the shape of Connor Lade. I think Orlando need to mount an unlikely comeback here. And I'm sure we'll see Carl Laren at some point, but it remains Rivas to lead the line. And we're back underway. Orlando in those purple shirts, trying to get a first goal under Bobby Murphy. His second game in caretaker charge since Adrian Heath left the club. There's Bradley Wright-Phillips with a sharp turn at the start of the half. Now Zuba. The Red Bulls will be looking to try and finish this off as quickly as they can.
You do feel for Bobby Murphy's team. He has tried to set them up as solidly as possible, but the defender from the set piece, which led to Connor Lade's half ball into the top corner, left a lot to be desired. As quite rightly said earlier, Dave, to really trouble Jesse Marsh's team, they need to get at them. They can't just sit back and soak up all the pressure.
Throw then for the Red Bulls. Forward by Duval. Little flick from Felipe. Handball given, I think, against Breck Shea. Wearing the captain's armband, but not so far anyway having his best game. Helped on by Higuita. They've got to establish themselves, Orlando, as just a little bit more of a threat in this second half. If they don't, New York Red Bulls will cruise home here.
They keep the ball relatively well in fits and starts, but look at when the ball gets pumped forward to Rivas. He's got nothing to work with, he's got no real support. Straight was a team that, even though we did highlight the fact that the kind of amount of games that they lost is by no means a disgrace, but it's all the games that they're drawn that's really hampered them. And when the coach has fallen his sword, then they need some form of reaction, but we've not really seen it so far.
There's Higuita, and now Shea. A little too slow, and it's nicked away from Higuita, and now it's Bradley Wright-Phillips. Was he caught? The referee says he was by Mateos. It'll be a yellow card for the Spaniard.
The genesis of this is a poor pass from Breck Shea that gets Higuita into trouble, which in turn means that Bradley Wright-Phillips is running into his defence. He likes to make a tackle there, Mateos, because he's got no real... There's no other real decision there. Perhaps he's got the covering tackle there as well, but sticks his leg out. Bradley Wright-Phillips goes over. It's as straightforward as you could possibly wish for, but again comes from sloppy, slow play by Orlando.
Well, a chance then to create some danger from this free kick. Joe Bendick hasn't had a great deal to do. That one early save from Duval, and then a goal about which he could do little. Looks like it'll be Felipe. Well, Bradley Wright-Phillips moved away from it, now has come back to it. Davis is there as well. Much ado about nothing.
The startling part about this free kick is, if it had been done properly in the past, if it had a bit less pace in it for Bradley Wright-Phillips, I think they would have got away with it, New York, because it was such a late reaction by Orlando. It's frustrating for Jesse Marsh. That's no more than a 10-yard pass. That's when sometimes when fingers get pointed, you look at Adrian Heath, who's lost his job, you look at managers that get the blame. You can't physically kind of make his players put it in the right place. He's got to trust his players once on the pitch to be able to carry out instructions and orders.
The other problem is, if you've worked on that a lot in training, you've kind of used it up now. You bring it out of the locker again later in the season, but all these teams are being watched and scouted, and can't use that one again for a while.
In fact, it is a massive giveaway. There's 4 men around the ball there. There's no disguising the fact that what's going to happen.
Zuvar got a little nudge there from Breckshay, who said a little bit too much and gets a yellow card. And that is him suspended for Orlando's game in Vancouver next time. So the captain out, the replacement captain gets suspended. Caps a perfect display from Breckshay.
The thing that sums it up is he gets the booking, his running back is looking towards his own bench, almost trying to plead his case. When you see a player doing that, you know he's done wrong.
That's not why he got the booking. It was the reaction to the free kick being awarded, and it is a free kick. Here's Grella. Nice idea from him. Pulled back. Big opportunity. Wheel should have taken it.
Good play all round, apart from the finish here from the Red Bulls. Wonderful overlap by Dax McCarthy. Knows exactly where he wants to put it. Look at that. We're talking about Orlando City taking responsibility. He's got 3 players to aim for here. Defending's absolutely nowhere near what it should be. 3 Red Bull players stood in the line waiting to tap the ball in.
I think the angle was best for Felipe, wasn't it, at the rear of that group, and you would have certainly fancied him to score. But Wheel didn't know that in his defence. What New York Red Bulls must be careful of here is that they don't switch off against Orlando, who have proved time and again that they are the comeback kings of MLS, even without Kaká. One-way traffic at the moment, though. With this lineup, it's hard to see how Orlando get back into this.
It's upsetting any form of rhythm that they might be hoping to fall into, and just allows the Red Bulls to maintain the pressure, maintain the territorial advantage around the Orlando City 18-yard box.
Mateus, the culprit again. He better be careful with the persistent fouling as well. Here we go. It's another routine.
It's certainly committee-based decision-making, isn't it, for the Red Bulls around every free kick.
Mike Grella's got the look of a man who's saying, can I just not hit it? 3 inside the area, 5 around the ball. McCarthy, the ringmaster. My goodness me, it's rolled this way and that. It's a terrific hit by Bradley Wright-Phillips. Good save, Bendick.
Caused enough confusion for Orlando because not a single player moves towards the ball. They've got every single man behind the ball. He's allowed the free hit. Bradley Wright-Phillips catches it really, really well.
Yeah, it worked that time. Referee saw a push from Wright-Phillips that he didn't like. Duval in there as well, and Zubar too. Well, good stop there from Big Joe Bendick. Just about keeps Orlando in it. Hines to clear it. Blasted away again by Seb Hines.
You get the feeling with Orlando City there's that little creeping sense of discipline slowly ebbing away.
Yeah, they're being worn down a bit, aren't they? Bobby Murphy just needs to try and turn that tide.
The thing is, if you look at the two benches, you look at the likes of Sean Wright-Phillips and Gonzalo Barron that can come on and still influence the game.
Good header back across. Being threatened from those set pieces, New York Red Bulls. Not every time as we've seen, but most of the time. Forward by Felipe. Still going and goes over. And it's Breck Shea again, who'd better be careful. There's 1 or 2 Orlando players walking the tightrope now.
He's realised there, Breck Shea, that with a smile and less arm waving, he might just get away with that one.
I think the entrance of Kyle Larin is imminent. But prior to that, Orlando have a free kick to defend. This time, 2 Red Bulls players over it, Grella and Felipe. Dangerous central position this time as well. It's Felipe! Their winless run is over. And the magician Felipe with the goal. And nothing this time that Bendick could do. Sweet, sweet goal. And the Red Bulls lead by 2-0. It's
a superb hit by Felipe. He realises he's too close to go up and over the wall. Looks to find the gap between the wall and the charger, which he does to absolute perfection. Disguises it enough, so Joe Bendick, because he's going to go for the top left-hand corner, reverses it towards his bottom right.
And there's the shirt of Gideon Barr. out for the rest of the season after breaking his leg. And that's a nice moment from Felipe. That's real class. Rivas off, Larin on. Desperate times for Bobby Murphy. Having said that, they are the comeback kings, so never write Orlando off. Showed you a little sense of the unity and team spirit at New York Red Bulls. That moment from Felipe with the shirt of Gideon Bart.
It's that kind of unity and team spirit that's seen through the slightly trickier periods of the season, such as the one they've been having the last few weeks.
That's a good strike, and first thing I think Luis Robles has had to do. First shot on target. He's won 2 caps for the USA, Luis Robles. Many feel he should have had a few more. And his last was earlier on this year against an unfashionable football nation about whom so little was known. It was a 3-2 win against Iceland. Wonder what happened to them. Suddenly it feels a bit more open, and Orlando is certainly on the front foot a bit more. Pass from Alston, not reaching Larin.
3 or 4 minutes there where Orlando seems to have woken up somewhat. Not only that, but maybe the minute Kyle Larin comes on the pitch, perhaps that focal point now appears for Orlando to be able to try and give them some kind of head of steam to get up the pitch.
I think it makes them puff out the chest a bit as well, because Larin's out there and they know he's a threat. But, you know, defending's been an issue for Orlando. Their season average ahead of this game was 1.71 goals per game conceded, and they've gone over that, and that's what they have to sort out. Here's Zuba. Return from Bradley Wright Phillips, but given away. Now Bowden. There's Seren. Picked up here by Felipe. Looking for options, and he has Bradley Wright Phillips. Now it's Grella. Just keeps it in play there, Grella, and a little bit unfortunate at the end of that.
Very unlucky here, Mike Grella. Just runs out of space at the end. It doesn't look like it does come off Alston's foot. Such quick feet though by Mike Grella. Very hard for the referee to pick up on it.
Well, Gonzalo Veron is going to replace Bradley Wright Phillips. He won't be breaking the record today. Still on 60 goals for the Red Bulls. Still 2 behind Juan Pablo Angel, but his time will come, I'm sure, with that. Veron, who certainly is impressed recently, gets his chance. Nocerino is replaced by 34-year-old now, Julio Baptista, the beast of old. Arsenal fans will just about remember him. He had a really good club career in Spain and seemed to go just a little haywire after that. He's been useful for Orlando. Couple of goals, couple of assists. Shea. There's a first touch for Baptista, and it's a useful one as well. Much more attack-minded Orlando now. 25 minutes to save themselves in this game. Baptista. Once again, Red Bulls looking to keep a clean sheet at home and looking to seal the deal at the other end here. This is Grella. Felipe did well to buy the free kick there. Nice sharp turn. Not really his day today.
You've got to applaud the reaction there. Bradley Wright-Phillips not the type of player to come off throwing his toys out of his pram by coming off quite early in a game when he does sense that there are goals in it.
Floated free kick. Bendik did well there. Colin met it, the former Orlando player. Bendik stood his ground well.
Seen a lot of variations on free kicks put into the box, but just a simple one whipped in, good pace. Colin not nowhere near picked up, completely unmarked just outside the 6-yard box.
And on reflection, perhaps should be doing a bit better there, Colin. Now Seren, the El Salvadorian. Here's Shea. Higuita. Nicely played forward here. This could just about seal it. Chance for Veron, couldn't take it. And Bendik has been cut in the process.
No, honestly, this should be 3 because Veron leaves Seb Hines completely for dead.
Caught there, Bendik, by the trailing boot, wasn't he? Somewhere amidst all of that, Christian Higuita was booked for a challenge, I think, in the build-up. Bendik feel it was deliberate? Is that what the argument's about? That's a boxer's cut. Awkward one just above the eye.
Lovely turn of pace, though, by Gonzalo Veron. You can point the finger at Veron and say that anything within that was deliberate. He's got one thing on his mind, that's to try and get the shot off. Just waits too long, though. Very good goalkeeping there, you've got to say, by Joe Bendik. Made himself as big as possible.
Well, Higuita was booked for dissent. Things not going his way. Bendik can join that club as well with the bandage now. been a bad evening at the office for Orlando. I'm not sure that's going to do the trick either, the bandage. They've used their 3 substitutes, and I called it a boxer's cut, and there you go.
I think the only part of his head that's not actually bandaged is where
it's
the
cut
is.
Yeah.
Looks good though.
Does it? Yep, looks great. And we'll be able to continue. Bendik looks really frustrated with life. Back to the game. Red Bulls in front and on the front foot.
Look at Gonzalo Veron's place within this Red Bulls team. Now that Lloyd Sam's gone, who not a DP but very much a massive part of the team, it's up to Veron now to really stake a claim in that position that he's vacated. Not strictly a out-and-out centre forward, does like to come in from the wing.
Here's McCarthy. Good running ahead of him from Duval. Mendes lost his footing, Felipe, at a crucial time. Well, he's smiling after scoring that wonderful free kick, but a little frustrated there. Felt he should have had a corner. There's Molino, who's been a little quiet today. Now Shea. Molino once more. There's Baptista. This is better from Orlando. Bowden with the cross. Shea's headed back to Lauren.
Just a little example of, look at the bodies in the box, Orlando, coupled with decent enough delivery. Brett Shea has switched flanks now, coming in off the right-hand side. He has got that height at the back post if it is lifted up to him. He's got someone like Lauren now to be able to aim for. Red Bull's got to be careful there. He's unmarked on the edge of the 6-yard box.
Yeah, I don't think they do it deliberately, Orlando, but they do often lull teams into that false sense of security. Started with that excellent comeback against Real Salt Lake on the opening day. They scored 2 goals after the 90th minute to draw the game 2-2. The problem is you can't keep doing that and getting away with it. And in the end, I think Adrian Heath was aware of that all along. And that's what caught up with them.
As well, the feeling you get from this game, it would be more to do with the Red Bulls switching off and lowering their intensity and the quality of the way they're playing, rather than Orlando City really cutting them open. Because look what they're more stellar players, the likes of Brett Shea, Molino and Torino, as and when, haven't really been on top form tonight.
Well, they've still got 16 minutes to try and alter things, and at least they're having a go. Now Shea, Baptista inside him, Alston outside him. Away for a throw. Sean Wright-Phillips is preparing his entrance for the Red Bulls, but they've got to throw to defend first of all. Baptista with time and space to bring it down. Suddenly the Red Bulls looking a little hesitant here. Here's Bowden. Keeps going here, Luke Bowden. So much better this from Orlando. Where's this performance been for the rest of the game? Wheel. Molino. Larin is onside. Chance to get Orlando back into it. Excellent save from Robles. But what an opportunity for Kyle Larin.
Fantastic by Robles. Connolly gets caught because he's got his eye on Breck Shea. It ends up playing Kyle Larin on. When you see him down the middle of the pitch, down the throat of Robles, you're expecting the net to bulge.
Robles waited and waited before committing and kept out Larin, but hope for Orlando certainly. And he knows what a chance it was. Wright Phillips is on, replacing Wheel. Still only one goal for New York Red Bulls. Bowden's corner. Robles felt he was fouled, but nothing was given. Here's Higuita. Now they can counter-attack, and it is Sean Wright Phillips to lead the way. It wasn't the best first contribution. Here's Shea.